Let's talk about some of the more serious aspects of the spiritual search. There are two reasons you enter the spiritual search. One is you have a calling for God, and that probably happens to about 1 in 1,000 people, and the other 999 do it because life sucks. You're tired of the pain, and it can bring up some serious things like wanting to kill yourself and feeling like you're going insane and things like that. So I'm going to discuss some of these topics. So I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com. When you enter the spiritual path, it may be because of pain. And some people may find themselves going to the point where they feel suicidal. And that's just a normal life without the spiritual stuff. But when you have peak spiritual experiences, when you have unity with God or with another human being or animals, things like that, there's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 ways you can have unity. And there really is, and all of them are amazing. But some of them just truly blow your socks off. And afterwards, you can feel devastated. You literally will feel you do not want to be a human. In those places, there is no pain, there is no suffering, there is no angst, there is no anger, sadness, fear, guilt. There's just this amazing, incredible bliss or love or caring or I'm home. If you've had one of those, you'll know what I'm talking about. The question is, can you bring it back here instantly now, that fast? Before I even click my finger. You can learn that. This is what this website's about. This is what the presence practice is about. And you can do it fast. Do you want it? If you've had one of those experiences and you want to get off this rock, this is what you have to master. The desire to die, to go home to God, to get away from suffering is natural. I think what stops us a lot of the time from actually following through is the fact that the survival instinct to stay alive kicks in and people find it too hard. Some people don't, and they succeed and they leave their body. Whether that's a good thing or not is another story. You might just get sent back and be put back in nappies in an impoverished country in Africa or somewhere horrible. If you're watching this video, it's a first world problem when you complain about your internet connection, not whether or not you're going to eat today or not, or someone's going to walk through your thatched hut and point a gun at you and shoot you. So we live a privileged life, and it's very easy to get into the this is too much stuff and I want to end it stuff. And this video is actually inspired because on Friday at work, 2 days ago, someone rang me up and said, I've been attempting suicide and I'm looking at the spiritual stuff, what do I do? These things are natural on this path. Hope the wind's all right. What you do on the spiritual path is you do die. Your identity dies. Your personality and its wants, its desires, its drives, its needing to own things dies truly when you really do start to spiritually enter the place of presence and stillness, awakening, enlightenment, and all those other cool words, right? So as always, be aware of your hands, your legs, your shins. Be aware of the back of your head, where your skull attaches to your neck. And notice where the breathing goes inside your body. It may shift it just because you're putting attention there, but be aware of the space, the physicality. This is the anchoring place for presence to go beyond it all properly. If you do it in your head, it will never satisfy you. You may get very good at doing it in your head. I certainly did. I was a master at it until I had a teacher point it out and I had the guts to look. So feel the presence as this wind gusts through. You have to choose this. Let's get real. You have to choose this. There's video there on responsibility and there's one there on honesty. They're two core laws of grace. Without those, you're going to literally have a lifetime of suffering. Honesty, responsibility, and it always and only comes down to you. As 4 herons fly past. Notice your peripheral vision. What's going on in the sides of your vision out here? Neurologically, that's wired to bring you into the alpha brainwave state, activates the left and right brain, the corpus callosum, the thing that joins the two brain halves together. Noticing your tummy again. It's a habit. Awakening is a habit, a relentless habit, until it's normal, like breathing. Do you notice you're breathing all the time? Breathe in, breathe out. No, it's just natural, isn't it? Being connected to the isness is a bit like that, but it's consciously attained. You are born that way as a baby, also when you're in the womb. You merge with the mum, the dad, and everything around you, if you can remember that far. So we're going back to that place, consciously, and you have to choose it. So when you have these amazing experiences, or just really lots of horrible ones, you may want to leave your body. You may want to kill yourself. Let's be honest about it. You want to die. You want to kill yourself. Suicidal bouts may happen. Does it solve the problem is a subjective topic that I might do in a different video. So being aware of your hands, your calf muscles, your backside, and your breathing. As you get better at it, you will hold all these different areas at the same time, and the space. And that space some days may feel smaller and harder to get hold of, and some days it's huge. Since I've had 2 nights in the bush, I'm huge right now. Massive. Because I've relaxed out. There's no humans around me. Your body holds these things. It holds the stresses, it holds the tensions, it holds the traumas. And I had a little proper sponge, but the wind's blown it away, about how you soak up this stuff into your flesh, into your DNA, and into your emotional system, your etheric systems. And this is why the healing process, as I talk in the spiritual path videos, there is the healing path where you work with your stuff. Or as I prefer to call it, when you add presence to it, it's called inquiry, because you're vertically aligned from your soul all the way down. Through your body, through your DNA, so it's most effective. Otherwise it's just healing stuff, and you miss one bit, it all refills. The sponge holds on. So this path of healing is quite onerous. Odorous, could be that too. Onerous, difficult, ongoing. I'm still working out stuff. 10 years of blazing infinity nothingness with me, and there's still stuff, and I feel it. So this desire to die at times may get very strong, but know that that's part of you that's wanting to let go and come home to God, to who you are. And what is that? Notice the space inside your body. Be aware of your hands, backside, feet. Anchor. Feel the flesh. You are human. You are here in this. You are connected to this, whether you like it or not. Trying to avoid it and go out into la la land doesn't stop the suffering, does it? Take a look. I used to be a real space cadet. I was so far out of my body, I was out there with Pluto. Woo! Horrible, horrible. When you learn to be grounded, you'll notice how horrible it really does feel. So be here in the body, but you will feel the stuff. But as you master this presence practice, what happens is you can hold that stuff, feel like shit. Yes, it still sucks, it still feels yucko, but there's peace, there's space, there's nothingness there, and the nothingness is the trueness of who you are. That's why when you're in spiritual unity and you are merged with beings, with birds, I mean, I've done animal whispering videos today. You can merge with these things because they are you. You are the same consciousness, which is the nothingness, the stillness. The desire to die is the desire to let go and be with everything. And that may sound a little bit weird if you're in that place where you really want to. But in order to, and the world is man-made, of course, isn't it? You need to be here with it. Be here with the good, be here with the bad, because there is no judgment from a place of where the oneness is God or whatever. God isn't judgmental. God's okay with everything because it's happening. You secure this, your world, your life, by being here in the stillness, by practicing that until it anchors in your life. Anchor, what is an anchor? It's that hook thing that keeps the boats. There's none on the horizon at the moment. There's Cape Otway in the background. You can see the little white dot on the end of the cliff. Is what anchors you here. Root chakra in your body. It's in our language. Meditate on the lower half of the body. Be there with your bag of meat and your lower chakras if you're into chakra stuff. But stay away from your third eye and your crown and soul star and all that stuff. You can't do that stuff and navigate a traffic jam, can you? Try it. Try tuning into your third eye when you're driving your car. You'll have a crash. And when you anchor it in your body, in your flesh, then you clear out the garbage that makes you want to end it. You get to experience the joy of the nothing, of the stillness. And you can have that while you're in severe physical pain. As I just did recently, well, yesterday, the last 2.5 weeks, I was hit by a car. Instant reaction was to go into presence. Because from there, I could evaluate my body and see if anything was broken or if my spine still functioned, all those major things. Because when you get hit and you have those massive experiences, you actually lose touch with pain even. But you don't, as long as you're actually awake, conscious with your eyes open, as in not knocked out, you can still come into presence if you build that muscle enough. If you do your training, follow the laws of grace and apply the practice over and over and over. Yep, it's hard work. Yep, it's difficult. Yep, it sucks. Yep, there'll be months and years where it seems really tediously boring. But who's bored? The same person that wants to die to get away from it. And this is how our psychology, our individuality operates. It operates from a place of survival and wanting the goodness, the happiness, the yummies. When you anchor into who you are and you come into the place of abiding awakening, enlightenment, where you don't lose the presence, the nothingness, the stillness, it's always here. It's here on a good day and it's here on a bad day. And then more of your personality falls away. Your desires fall away. One day you'll wake up and your sex mind is gone. It's just like, then you have all that stuff's gone. Ooh, lovely. For a while, then you realise you miss it. So all these things keep falling away. What's falling away? That which isn't real. That which isn't the nothingness, the stillness. So your personality becomes less. You'll still have behaviours, you'll still have crap to deal with, you'll still have to improve how you relate to people unless you're one of these natural people that's quite saintly. I'm not one of those. Wish I was. Would have made my life easier. Where's the space? Hello? feel it. Allow yourself as you breathe out to fall into something more subtle. Feel it through your lower body, not creating it in your mind. If you have the desire and the feelings of suicide and wanting to end it are here with you, take it as a positive. I'm being dead serious here. Apply that motivation to get away from the pain into your practice. Was that direct enough? Use that as your driving force to remember over and over and over and over. Again, where's the space inside of you? Where's your tummy breathing? Notice how many times I've brought you back in this video. You will get better at it. Laws of grace. Practice. Relentless. As much as you can, as deep as you can, as often as you can, as frequently as you can, in all the different situations. Watch the videos on the Success Journal page. Write it out. When do you lose it? How do you hold it? And you will use the same words for 7 or 8 years, but as you know for yourself, because it's your own experience, you will define these things and they will mean new things for you. Oh, I felt really still today. My practice is really good. 5 years later, oh, my stillness is really good today. My practice is really good. But it's at a different level. The nuances are there. You're able to hold it in tougher situations. That day will arrive where you hold full-blown anger and you're blowing your stack at someone while you're holding the isness. It's a very cool milestone. Being aware of the space. Notice if it's changed. If you've got this drive to end it, then use that drive to bring in the peace, because that's what you're wanting. It is hard yakka on this planet. There's a lot of dense vibrations, there's a lot of horrible people, and then there's this stuff that life throws at you. Be that a medical issue, car hitting you, and see how you respond and how you deal with your humanness as these things unfold. Be kind to yourself. From what I know from my experiences with all the spiritual stuff, I can tell you there's no point taking your body out. Are you killing yourself? You will get sent back. You might get sent back to a country that doesn't have internet yet. And life will be really crap. So take the trappings that this society that you're currently in, because you're watching this video, has on offer for you to actually undo and learn to be here. So then when your life does end, if you come back again, you've got that base. You'll find it quicker. Whether that's real or not is irrelevant. What's relevant is this life and being here and doing what you can. Because you're watching this video, again, how's your stillness and your presence? Does it expand? Are you in an environment where it's safe for you to expand your energy system out, your space, and notice the spaces, how big the space is, the peace that's in there, the stillness, the quietness, the stillness that allows all the noise. Breathe into that. Suck it into your tummy. If there's any emotions there, allow the emotions to be there and let them talk to you. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to feel the anger, feel the anger. Under anger is always sadness or grief, by the way. So if you're pissed off about something, there might be tears there as well. The anger helps you get the clarity. The anger helps you to the energy to move, to break through to a situation where something that is happening shouldn't be. Just check though, it's not just a wanty that's not being made, a disappointment because you have an expectation about something. To feel the desire to end it is natural. Please know that. Make contact. Come into mentoring if you're going through that stuff, or go and get professional help. Seriously, depending on where you're at. The crazy feelings also are part of that process too. It's part of the survival instinct. I was going to do a separate video on it, but maybe I'll just keep going. No, I'll do it in a different video. But when you feel that sense of going crazy, that's also natural. Put it in your diary. The crazy feeling like you're going nuts is very natural. It's part of your survival instinct and your psychology, and how all your defensive mechanisms work to keep you alive. And that's another video. We're just sticking to the I want to myself. So by practicing your presence. So I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com. Make contact if you're in this place. Seriously.